With new home construction costs across Australia pushing past $2,500 per square meter in 2026, Australians building on rural and lifestyle properties are asking a question that would have seemed unusual 5 years ago. What if there is a smarter way to build? The answer that keeps coming up across regional Queensland, rural Victoria, lifestyle blocks in Western Australia, and acreage in New South Wales is the Barndominium, a wide-span steel frame structure that combines generous living space, a workshop or garage, and construction costs that run significantly below what a conventional brick veneer home costs on the same block. But here is what most of the content you will find online does not tell you. Almost everything written about barndominiums is written for an American audience. The building codes are different, the materials are different, the council approval process is different, and the financing pathway is different in ways that will derail your build if you walk into it with American assumptions. This video covers the Australian reality, every number in Australian dollars, every regulation referenced to the National Construction Code, every financing consideration specific to Australian lenders. By the end of the next 8 minutes, you will know whether a barndominium is genuinely right for your property, and if it is, exactly what it takes to get one built. Stay through the council approval section because there is a legal distinction between a barndominium and a shed home in Australia that most people building on rural land do not know about, and getting it wrong costs more than the build itself. What a barndominium actually is in Australia. The term originated in the United States, but the concept has found genuine traction across rural and regional Australia, particularly in Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria, and Western Australia, where large land parcels and agricultural lifestyles make integrated living and working structures highly practical. In the Australian context, 3 terms get used interchangeably, but they are not the same thing, and the distinction matters legally. A barndominium is a steel frame structure designed and built as a full residential dwelling from the outset. It follows the National Construction Code and is approved as Class 1A home, the same classification as any house. A shed home is an agricultural or commercial shed that has been converted into living quarters. This category sits in a legal gray area. Many converted sheds do not comply with residential building codes and create significant problems with council, insurance, and resale. A kit home with barn styling is a pre-engineered residential building that uses barn aesthetics but is designed and certified for residential use from the start. The critical takeaway before you do anything else: if you want council approval and a legitimate certificate of occupancy, which you need for insurance, resale, and legal habitation, your build must meet NCC Class 1A residential requirements, regardless of what it looks like from the outside. This is the question most Australians want answered before anything else, and it's also where the most expensive mistakes happen. The cost. Real Australian numbers. Here is where this video is different from everything else you will find on this topic. According to Builders Matrix 2024 data, updated for 2026 pricing, typical barndominium build costs in Australia range from $1,800 to $3,200 per square meter. Those figures reflect differences in finish level, structural complexity, site access, and regional labor markets. For context, the average cost to build a conventional home in Australia currently sits at approximately $4,300 per square meter for a new build. A barndominium on the same block at a mid-range finish level runs 40 to 50% below that figure. State by state, the numbers break down like this. Rural Queensland and South Australia sit at the lower end of the range, $1,800 to $2,400 per square meter, where labor costs are lower, land is more affordable, and competition between steel frame builders is stronger. Coastal New South Wales and peri-urban Victoria sit at the upper end, $2,400 to $3,200 per square meter, where trades are more expensive and council approval processes are more involved. For a completed, livable barndominium in Australia in 2026, expect a realistic total between $180,000 and $550,000, depending on size, finish level, location, and whether you are building as an owner-builder or using a fully licensed contractor. Owner-builders can save 15 to 30% on labor costs, but they take on greater responsibility, risk, and time investment. For a first build on a complex rural property, that trade-off deserves careful thought before committing to it. The material that defines Australian barndominium construction is Colorbond steel, BlueScope's range of pre-painted steel products that have become the dominant cladding and roofing choice across rural Australia for their corrosion resistance, durability, and wide color range suited for the Australian environment. Treated structural timber is used for interior framing and accents. The combination of Colorbond exterior and timber interior is what gives Australian barndominiums a distinctly different aesthetic from the American white board and batten style. The approval process, what nobody tells you. This is the section that changes the decision for more people than any other, and it is the one most content on this topic skips entirely. Building a barndominium in Australia is completely legal, provided it is designed, approved, and built to NCC Class 1A residential standards. The approval pathway involves two separate processes that most people conflate into one. The first is a development application, commonly called a DA, which is your formal request to the local council for permission to build on your specific land. The DA process assesses zoning compliance, environmental overlays, bushfire assessment requirements, and setbacks. This is where the specific characteristics of your block matter most. The second is a building approval, the BA, which assesses whether the physical structure meets the building code. This is where NCC Class 1A compliance is verified. In Queensland, the typical DA and BA pathway takes 8 to 20 weeks. In Victoria, the process runs 6 to 16 weeks, but bushfire-prone area assessments required under AS 3959 can add significant time and cost. In New South Wales, a complying development certificate can bypass the DA process for eligible rural properties and significantly speed up the approval timeline. Here is the important 2026 regulatory update. NCC 2025 was released on May 1, 2026. Victoria has adopted it immediately. Queensland and New South Wales have both deferred mandatory adoption to May 1, 2027, meaning NCC 2022 continues to apply to all building work in those states until then. If you are planning to build in Queensland or New South Wales in the next 12 months, your build will be assessed against NCC 2022. If you are building in Victoria, NCC 2025 applies now. The practical implication for barndominium builders is straightforward. Confirm which code version applies in your state and confirm that your designer and certifier are working to the current applicable standard before you sign anything. One more piece of information that most content on this topic ignores. Rural zoning does not automatically permit residential construction. Some rural and agricultural land classifications in Australian states restrict the type of residential dwelling that can be built, require minimum lot sizes for residential use, or require a planning permit before a DA can even be submitted. Call your local council planning department before you purchase land for a barndominium build. That call costs nothing. The alternative has cost people their entire land investment.
Financing in Australia, where to go and what to expect. Most major Australian banks categorize non-standard construction as higher risk, which affects loan terms and conditions in ways that barndominium builders encounter unprepared. The most common financing path is a construction loan, where funds are drawn down progressively at each stage of construction, rather than as a lump sum. The property must be on titled land and have council approval as a residential dwelling for most lenders to consider it. This is another reason the Class 1A approval matters so much. Without it, your financing options narrow dramatically. Owner-builder loans are available from some lenders, but expect a lower loan-to-value ratio, typically 60% with major banks. That means a 40% deposit. For a $400,000 build, that is $160,000 in cash before the lender contributes. The lenders most willing to work with rural steel frame residential bills are regional banks and non-bank lenders. Bendigo Bank, regional credit unions, and specialty rural lenders have a track record of financing non-standard rural builds in a way that the major four banks consistently do not. A mortgage broker with specific experience in rural and non-standard construction is not optional on a build like this. It is the most important professional you will engage before a builder. The financing rule is the same in Australia as it is everywhere. Confirm your financing pathway before you purchase land or engage a designer. Not after, before. The best states to build an honest assessment. Not all Australian states offer the same conditions for a barndominium build in Australia right now. Choosing the wrong state to build in on the basis of land price alone is a planning mistake that surfaces during the approval process. Queensland offers the most straightforward conditions for barndominium construction in Australia right now. Rural land is relatively affordable, particularly in the Darling Downs, Southeast Queensland Fringe, and Central Queensland regions. NCC 2022 applies until May 2027. Council approval processes in most rural shires are less prescriptive than metropolitan-adjacent councils. Colorbond steel suppliers and steel frame builders are well established across the state. New South Wales offers strong barndominium potential in the Central West, Hunter Valley Fringe, and Southern Tablelands, where rural land is accessible and lifestyle blocks are plentiful. The complying development certificate pathway available in some zones significantly speeds approvals. NCC 2022 also applies until May 2027. Victoria presents more regulatory complexity. NCC 2025 now applies. Bushfire-prone area assessments are required across significant portions of rural Victoria, and the planning permit and building permit processes involve more layers than Queensland or New South Wales. The trade-off is proximity to Melbourne and the significant lifestyle and property value benefits that brings. Western Washiana offers large rural land parcels, particularly across the southwest and Great Southern regions, with reasonable build costs and a regulatory environment that is generally supportive of rural steel frame construction.
The 4 questions before you spend $1. Before you engage a designer, purchase land, or contact a builder, 4 questions determine whether your barndominium project is on a solid foundation or a fragile assumption. Is the land zoned to permit residential construction? Do not assume rural land permits a residential dwelling. Confirm with your local council planning department before purchase. Does the build comply with NCC Class 1A? This is your legal habitation, insurance, and resale protection. A shed conversion that does not meet Class 1A is not a barndominium, it is a liability. Which NCC version applies in your state right now? Victoria, NCC 2025. Queensland and New South Wales, NCC 2022 until May 2027. Western Australia, confirm with your certifier. Get this confirmed in writing from your building certifier before design begins. Have you confirmed your financing pathway with a broker who has rural, non-standard construction experience? A standard residential mortgage broker will not have the lender relationships this build type requires. Find one who does before you spend $1 on plans. The barndominium is not a niche product for a niche audience in Australia in 2026. It is a legitimate, cost-effective, council-approved residential construction pathway for anyone building on rural or lifestyle land who wants more space, more flexibility, and a significantly lower cost per square meter than conventional construction delivers. The people who build them successfully are not lucky. They understood the approval process, confirmed their financing, chose the right land, and engaged professionals with specific experience in this construction type. Everything you need to get started is now on the table.
Subscribe because the next video goes deeper into the state-by-state approval process across Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria, and Western Australia, with the specific steps, the specific timelines, and the specific mistakes that delay Australian barndominium builds by months. That video is the one that turns this overview into a build plan.